Blessed day, everyone. How you guys doing today? What's going on? All right, so we know today is Friday night and it's a little late, but we can have a conversation. We could have a discussion. We could talk a little about gardening. We could really get into it. You know what I'm saying? Tonight, I really want to talk about gardening on another level. Hi, Triple Chat Firearm. How you doing? Thank you for being here. What's going on? Yes, tonight I want to talk about gardening on another level. When we talk about gardening on another level, we're not talking about no other. We're not talking about other people's skill and how they do their gardening. That's not what we're doing. We're talking about gardening on another level, the way we do our gardening. All right. So when we talk about gardening on another level, one thing we got to realize and remember, this is very important. It's a mind thing. Gardening is a mind thing. It's a mind thing, and it's depend on the level of gardening you want, the level you want to go. Some people just enjoy planting the food, able to grow them, able to harvest. Some people go deeper than that. Some people go where they're very particular with what they do and what they feed their plant with and how they present their garden. Some people very particular when you come on gardening. Hi, Crafty Mom Creation. How you doing? Hi, Mike. How you doing? Thank you guys for being here. What's going on? Yes. So gardening start from the mind. Is the mind and the level you really want to go. You know the depths of gardening, where you want to go. You see, we all go a certain way. We all settle for certain thing. We all settle for, and nothing wrong with that. You grow your garden how you feel like and the most pleasant to you. Okay, I'm not here to tell anyone how to grow their food and how to grow their garden. That's not what I'm here for. But from my experience, a person who been doing gardening for basically all his life, you know, from a little boy, your mother take you and parents take you, and you got to get out there. You got to learn how to plant. You got to learn how to take care. You got to learn how to harvest everything, when to harvest. You got to learn the whole basic. And in them time, I used to be mad a little, but I'm so grateful now that they really did that, because now look how far I have come in gardening, you know. But it is a mind thing, and it's the depth of where you want to go. If you just feel like, oh, I just want to go in my garden and plant some food, that's it. And you good with that. There are some people who will just go in the garden, plant some food, and just leave them and don't pay no attention to them. You see what I'm saying? You don't get result like that. Gardening, you got to treat these plants like your child you have, your baby you have. You see, like how you got to take care of your baby until they reach a certain age where they could fend for themselves. Is the same way when come on the plants. Exactly. No pain, no gain. Thank you for saying that. No pain, no gain. Yes. Yes. You know, so you got to take care of these plants. And what I'm saying, guys, Like I always say, not telling anyone how to grow their food, but I can share information of how I do it and the success. Anyone following me surely will see the success I get out of my garden. So when you talk about gardening, is different level of gardening. So some people settle just to plant them and never look upon them and just come back 3, 4 weeks or 5 weeks and expect to meet production. No, you don't get production like that. Some people plant and they just take care of them a little, and whatever they get from them, they find. Even though they have plants that produce one tomato, they okay with that. Even they have a plant, even though they have a plant that produce one pepper, they fine with that. You see, they're happy. Oh my goodness, my tomato tree produce. Oh my goodness, my pepper tree produce. But they only get one pepper. The okra tree, they 2, 3 okra and just die out. And they're fine with that. You see, they're happy. At least I get a tomato from that. Then some people want more than that. Some people want the plant and they're able to get a decent harvest. And they're okay with that. Some people understand that the more care you give to these plants, my lemon tree is blue. Okay, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. Some people understand the more care you give a plant is the more it's gonna give you, it's gonna produce for you. So yeah, people settle with whatever. I get a nice little barb, that's cool. But yeah, people who understand the more I produce, the more I take care of these plants, is the more they're gonna produce for you. You see what I'm saying? Hey David, what's going on, man? You in the bushes? All right, all right. Yes, so what I'm saying is levels of gardening. Sub David is levels of gardening, but is the level you want to go and what you satisfy with. Like a person like me, I want the most out of my plant. I want absolutely the most out of my plant. So I will make sure I take care of them the best way I can, and then they're going to produce for me. So the more I care for them, the more I'm able to receive from them. So it's different levels, is what you want and what you expect, and the level you decide to go. Is either you want to go into it by taking care of these plants, or you just settle for whatever they give you, or you just settle if you don't get nothing at all. But for me, I want the best. I want them healthy. I want them natural, because I do believe you get a better taste, you get a better, when I'm telling you, when you eating beet, like for instance, you grow beet, and when you harvest the beet, clean them up, and you bite the beet, the the strength it push off. You when you taste it, you naturally feel the strength that this thing having. Definitely this giving this boosting you in some form or the other. You see? So this is why I always promote. I never promote a product, but I promote growing food as natural as possible. Yes, the texture is better. Yes, yes, it's completely different. So I see the reward from growing your food a certain way. I see the reward from it, and it's a beautiful reward. You know, sometimes you eat these food and it boosts. Sometimes people got to go and buy supplement and all different type of stuff to mix together to boost their system because their energy is very low. You know what I'm saying? The energy. So now they're buying these things now to boost their energy when you could get these things out of your garden. You see, there's food you could eat out of your garden with these boosts. You see, that boosts you from the time you start eating them, you start feeling different. You start feeling stronger. You start feeling like, damn, this thing is good. So I know the result I get. This is why I don't introduce anything to my garden. I try to grow everything natural. The reason, the benefit of it, it's amazing. I'm telling you. Hi, Cindy Place. How you doing? Thank you for being here. What's going on? Yes. So when you grow these things, life natural, right? When you grow them natural, it's like the taste is just amazing. I don't know if you guys eat raw okra from your garden. I don't know. I eat raw okra from my garden. I walk out and I will just pick okra and just eating okra. I don't know if you guys ever do that. And before you leave your garden, you start feeling, you start feeling flexible. You start feeling like, damn, you know, like everything just moving because you see, okra have something inside of it that's help even with your bone, with your Okay, guys, I'm not a doctor. Okay, I'm not a doctor. I'm not giving medical advice. Okay. Yes, but okra is a very good plant. And we like to boil the okra. Yes, I do it from time to time. I cook the okra. I boil it and but I'm telling you, try it raw. Try eating the okra raw. And but while you eating, your bones start feeling flexible, start feeling good. You know what I mean? And I do eat a lot of okra, and I'm telling you, I don't, and I'm grateful that I don't suffer with bone problem and back problem and hip problem. I really do believe our food that we eat really help us. I really believe that. I really believe it helps us. And the most benefit I believe you will get out of this food is not slimy off tree. No, 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 no. It's different when you eat it raw. When you boil it, that's when you get the slime. It don't give you that sliminess. But why I'm saying this, guys, a lot of times we cook them, and what we do by cooking them, we take away a lot of things from cooking them because we add in water, right? We add in water and we add in all different kind of flavor, all different type of things to the pot. So by the time we don't add all these things to get the flavor, it defeat the purpose already. So this is why I eat them raw from off the tree. I pick them and just eat them. I need to try eating it raw. Yes, it mightn't be the best taste you like, but the more you do it, the more you're gonna love it, the more you're gonna enjoy it. Yeah, but it's help. It's really help. Well, me, I could still speak for me. Can't speak for nobody else. Then we have sweet potato. We have sweet potato where we pregnant woman eat. Exactly. Yes. Yes, it's really good for yes, yes. That's true. That's true. Let me put that up there. That yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. Like sweet potato. I remember growing up, right? I remember growing up and we used to have a sweet potato, go to the river, wash them really good, and just eat them just like that. Just eat them without cooking them. Yes, we also cook some. Like when you take home, you also cook some, but at the same time, we was eating them thing raw. And I'm telling you, these things was them time you strong like a lion. You got to walk a mile to go to school. You got to walk 2 miles to go to the mountain. A mile go to school. So what you strong like a lion, man. The food make you strong like a lion. I'm telling you. Hey, TX Lala, how you doing? Thank you for being here. What's going on? Yes, guys. These food have you strong like a lion. You know, them times you grew up and you have cows, right? And where you have the cows, you have food plant. You have food plant all over. So you have the cow tie on a rope. So now you got to make sure that you able to bring the cow to take it for water, and because you can't make the cow run to the food, because if the cow runs to the food, it gonna mess up your garden. So you got to, and sometimes when they're really thirsty, from the time you lose them, they start running, and they're running through your messing up your ground. You got to be strong enough. You got to be strong enough for hold back these cow. I'm telling you. So when they try you joke you joke, and when you joke you kind of pull them back in the head. So it made them, you know what I'm saying? So you had was to be really really strong to deal with these animals, because you ain't want to run through your garden and mess up your garden. So these food we used to be eating raw, just eat them raw, and even cooking them was making you strong, man. I'm telling you. Sweet potato, Edos. I know you guys hear me talk about Edos a lot. Dashin, Tanya, banana. Guys, you guys got to eat. Listen, you guys got to try to eat these food. This food is really good food, I'm telling you. These say you so are we imagine you got to walk as a little boy a mile to go to school. And I'm not telling you a mile like walking on the flat like this. This is not what I'm telling you. I'm telling you a mile down the hill, up the hill, over. So you had was to put in the work. But the food you was eating make you strong like a lion. This is why I still try to maintain eating these type of food, because I see what these food used to do for us in them time. Hey, GT Judah girl, how you doing? Thank you for being here. What's going on? I need help with sweet potato. Oh, you need help with sweet potato? Sweet potato, easy to grow, man. What's going on with the sweet potato, GT? Yes, but these food, we used to, you're in the mountain and sometimes you ain't feel like cook. You ain't feel like light no fire. Or you might not have no match. But the sweet potato, we could have eat a lot of sweet potato and fruits everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna do without cook for days, just eating fruits. Man, them life was something, I'm telling you. So, hey, Tara Jones Williamson, how you doing? Thank you for being here. What's going on? Plants are alive and help with our system. Yes, that is true, man. That is true. The Bible says plants are leaf, food for medicine. Aha. The food we eat too, they help make us, yeah, for real. This sweet potato on top. All right, GT, David helping you out with the I don't understand how they grow. Well, sweet potato, for instance, you wanna get them started. What you do, you could place them on some soil indoors, and we're gonna happen, they're gonna start gathering root and start pushing out the slips. What you do now, when they start pushing out the slips, you could plant the slips then. The slips that they're putting out, you break them and you start chucking them in the soil when the time comes for planting. And right there, man, as simple as that. As simple as that, GT Junior. Is not, but I'm gonna talk about that a little, okay? Hi Cassandra South Fulton, how you doing? What's going on? Yes, guys, so in those days, the food was make you strong. You know, I remember sometime you get up and you eat breakfast in the morning. I'm talking about solid breakfast, right? And the solid breakfast will take you, you don't want to eat lunch. Sometimes you bypass lunch and then eat something in the in the for dinner. Well, if you have a few slip, well, right now it's cold, so just chuck them in some, keep them in some soil, and they're gonna keep running and running, running until that time come for you to plant. Because I have growing right now, and the vines them is like 6 feet in length right now growing, but I can't take them outside as yet. Hey, Cassandra South Fulton, how you doing? Hey, Leslie and Bent, how you doing? Thank you for being here. Yes, guys. So the food we used to eat in them times, yes, or you could leave it in the water. Yes. Yes, that's another way as well. Yes, the food we used to eat in them time was fair, used to make you strong, man. Make you feel strong. Because remember, you had also drink water. There wasn't no pipe, so you had also drink water. You strong like a lion. You have a bucket on your head, one of them 5 gallon bucket of water on your head, and you have another 5 gallon in your hand. And you pumping it, strong like a lion. So this is why I'm saying these food. I know a lot of people don't eat these food, but these food nourish your body, strengthen your body, help you with your bones, help your bones, keep your bones strong. Okay? I'm gonna name them out. If you guys interested, you could look them up. You could look them up and see for yourself. We have Edos, which I'm sure most of you know about Edos. We have Dashin, that almost look the same. We have Tanya, that's almost look the same. Banana, these are the kind of food. And dumpling, I don't know if you guys know about dumpling, made from flour. Yes, made from flour, and you knead it up like how you knead bread and you boil them. Yes, them food. After you eat these food, you feel strong like a lion, I'm telling you. So this is why I still try to maintain these food, because I see what they used to do to the people in them time, and I'm feeling myself how it made me feel. Okay? But yes, guys. So when we talk about gardening on another level, it's a mind thing. Is definitely is a mind thing. It is a mind thing, and it's always, yes, you could put them half the way in the soil, and you could also bury them as well. But they will produce until you ready to plant, because mine is growing right now. Hey, the mood, what's going on? Thank you for being here. Yes, so when we talk about gardening, guys, gardening come with the soil. That's number one. That's the most important thing when come on gardening, your soil. And you cannot get great soil overnight. Remember that. You need patience and discipline. You need patience and discipline to build good soil. In my live last night, I explained this. Because you could see or hear somebody talking about a product and you get distracted. You get distracted, and then you go on and buy that product, and you right there you are off track. So you got to be focused, and you got to be disciplined, and you got to have patience in building your soil. You want to grow healthy food? Focus on growing healthy soil. That's the first step you need to work on. The soil is the first step. Once you get good growing soil, good healthy soil, you're in good shape. You're in beautiful shape. The soil is the most important thing when compound gardening. Spend some time in your soil. Pay attention to your soil. We're not reach planting yet. Right now, we are focused on soil. We're not talking about planting yet. Planting even here as yet. Because when if somebody tell you they can't grow food in clay, tell them please. Tell them that's BS. If somebody say you can't grow food in clay, say that's BS. Don't pay them no mind. Because I start out in clay. It's clay I start out in. But I guarantee you now, if you look, you ain't seeing clay. Because it has transformed from clay into soil. But it did not happen overnight. I'm always saying this. It did not happen overnight. It takes some time. But once you get it there, you will be okay. Number one, like I now say, you have to have discipline, you got to have patience. You cannot be distracted, because you will be see, like I now mentioned, you will see someone using something and get distracted. I'm gonna tell you this: a lot of people using a lot of things and did have no idea what this thing do to your plant. Zip zero, no idea. It's just there on the shelf, and it mark, oh, it's for this, and they buy it. They have no idea what this thing do to your plant. I don't know if people rather grow food a certain way. Maybe these days people don't care how they grow food. Maybe people don't interested in growing food natural. Maybe people just love to have these things around their plants while the bees is getting eliminated, while the microbes in the garden is getting eliminated, while the butterfly is getting eliminated. We cool with that. I don't know. The way I grow food is to allow bees to multiply, allow butterfly to multiply, about the microbes in your soil to multiply, because I don't add nothing to get rid of them. Everything I add is natural that they could survive from, not to destroy them. So I don't know if people don't care of the environments, if people don't worry about if we lose the bees and the butterfly, people will start starve. If we lose the bees and the butterfly, we gonna starve. Yeah, you check what I'm saying? The bees and the butterfly and the birds is what keep the plants them to get pollinated. Why do you think some people got to take toothbrush to go and try to get stuff from one plant to go pollinate the other? If they don't do that, they're not gonna get any food from their fruit trees or from their plant. So it's very important to try stay away from a lot of stuff, because we messing up our environment. And I'm seeing a lot of people using these things and spray the garden doing this, and no one, I'm not seeing no mask on their face. You see, do you think they're gonna harm the bugs but they're not gonna harm you? I mean, somebody explain it to me. I will really appreciate if somebody could break it down a little for me and tell me if the stuff you spray to get rid of the insect and the pest, if you think it's not going to harm you as well. You see? So, this is what I call gardening on another level, because most people just enjoy every other thing than natural. You know, I'm showing where it works. You see what I'm saying? I show where it working. But people, it's a mind thing. I already know it's a mind thing. I already know it's a mind thing. When your mind is fashioned in certain ways, it's hard to just say, oh, I'm not going to deal with that. This is why I don't pay any attention to these things. I'm not interested in their name. I don't even want to hear the name. I don't even interested in hearing the name, because I'm trying to stay focused. And by you telling me, oh, there's a product on the shelf, you could use that and you could put it around a plant and they're gonna make, no, you taking me off my course of not using anything but natural stuff that comes from nature around my plants. You see what I'm saying? So you got to look into consideration. You got to look out for the future, because you have children, you have grandchildren, you have family that's going to be in the future. And if we mess up, if we mess it up, what are we providing for them? What kind of are we providing for them? So if we try to go on a other level of gardening, where we eliminate some of these things, it could help save our planet. When I say help save our planet, meaning the pollution. You spraying like crazy, you don't have a mask on your face. You you understand? So what you think? It's only gonna hurt the bugs and it's not gonna do nothing to you? I mean, if that's all you're thinking, you gotta wake up, man. If that's all we're thinking, we gotta wake up. No, we start getting conscious. Hey, Food Forest Permaculture, how you doing? Thank you for being here. What's going on? All right. I think like we getting more conscious of a lot of things these days. We get to realize that natural remedy helps. And if we could use a lot of these remedies, it helps us. So this is where we reach now. So we get more conscious of that. No, we got to get more conscious of the things we put around our food. And we got to be more conscious of the things we add to our food. Because I'm going to tell you this. You grow your vegetables, them. You grow your nice vegetables, them. But guess what? You're going to buy something to add flavor on the vegetables. You see what I'm saying? Because you don't like the bitter taste. But guess what? That's the taste you need. That flavor you add taken away. It taken away from that salad. If you eat it just like that, you get more out of it than if you add other things on it to create this kind of flavor. All right, give me a second, guys. All right, I appreciate that, Food Forest. Guys, don't forget to hit the like button. I'll truly appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Yes, so a lot of things we add to our food is not really helping. It more messing us up more than. Hey, Fifi Johnny, how you doing? Thank you for being here. What's going on? Yes, I just feel like come on for a few minutes, you know. Yeah. So basically, the stuff we go in the garden, right? We go in our garden and we pick a nice bowl of salad, nice fresh bowl of salad, smelling good, looking good. And then guess what we do? We go and get something and start sprinkling on it to change the taste. Is that really helping us? So what I do, not telling you to do it, but what I do, I eat it just how it come out the garden. I wash it and I eat it just like that. Spinach, wash them, eat them just like that. I don't want nothing add to them. Everything I pull out the garden, I eat. Tomatoes, wash them, eat them just like that. Sometimes I'm in my garden, I'm just eating tomatoes, just eating okras, just like that. Because I do believe you able to get a lot more out of it than trying to add these things, a lot of these things to our food. So let's get back to it again, right? I don't know. This is why I'm saying it's a mind thing. Hey, my Renaissance grandma, how you doing? Thank you for being here. All right. Yes. So I'm in the ads still. The ads. Oh, okay. Right. It is a mind thing because when I look at it, right? When I look at it, we all claim we want to eat healthy, right? We all claim, boy, the way we see things now, we got to eat healthy, we got to build our immune system. But we saying one thing and we doing the other at the same time. You see what I'm saying? We saying one thing and we doing the other at the same time. You growing your own food. You growing your own food. So if you growing your own food, you should put in the time to make sure that what you grow is healthy and right for you. Yes, you should make sure you do what's right for you. So how could you say, oh, I want to eat healthy, I'm eating healthy, I'm growing my own food. But at the same time, you're not trying to grow your food without adding so much different things to it. Okay? If you claiming that you want to eat healthy and what they're selling is not healthy, then you cannot use the same thing they're using around their food, or you basically growing the same thing they're selling. You see where I'm coming from? You basically growing the same thing they're selling. So what's the purpose? You see what I'm saying? You don't want to say you want to eat healthy. So if you want to eat healthy, you got to go all the way. You growing your food. You do what you got to do. I understand the people in who growing on balcony, who growing indoors, who trying their best. I understand these people. But the people who able to get leave at the backyard and do what they got to do, I think all right, guys. Sorry, I'm back. I'm back. Yes. Right, guys? So, when we talk about we growing our own food, right? We got to put in the extra work. This is why I'm telling you guys with the herbs you're growing, try to do it as natural as possible for your own good. For your own good, not for mine. All right? Hey, Truth Seeker, how you doing? Thank you for being there. What's going on? Yes, okay, thank you. Let me see what you put there. It's not only what you add to the food flavor, but cooking hot temperature. That's definitely, that's true as well. That's true. That's why I was now talking about eating directly from the garden. I do cook as well. I do cook as well, but I also eat a lot direct from the garden. But I also cook. So you're right with what you're saying there. You're definitely right. And you see, this is the thing, man. A lot of things, this is what I'm saying. A lot of things we've been taught growing up is, I mean, sometimes we got to figure out what to hold on to and what to put aside. You see what I'm saying? We like tomatoes and all these things. Tomato and them things for eat raw. But most people cook tomatoes. Most people cook okras. Most, you see what I'm saying? All these food people are actually cooking when you could really eat them raw. You could just eat them raw, but we got to cook because we our mind on fashion to, oh, we got to cook them and flavor them. You see? So it's really, we got to really pay attention to a lot of things we taught growing up and a lot of things. Know what to pick out and what to leave alone and what to move on with. We can't hold on everything. This is different time, especially when you grow up and start experiencing things for yourself. You can't put aside what you experience for what you've been taught. You see what I'm saying? When you experience something, that means you know. That means you know for yourself that this is truth. So if you rather throw away your experience and what you learn from experiencing, then you could hold on to the belief. That's up to you guys. That's up to you. But when we go back to gardening, because gardening is really the topic tonight, another level of gardening, because, hey, Cricks, how you doing? What's up? Thank you for being here. What's going on? Yes, guys. So we got to pay more attention to our food that we consume. Catch you another time. All right, Leslie and Ben, good night. Take care. Plants that grow in certain season to eat. All right, let me see. All right, thank you. Yes, guys. So it's, I can't tell you what to do. I can't tell you what to eat. That's your decision. That's how you decide to do it. How you want to grow your food. That's you. I'm just saying, if we decide that we want to eat healthy and we want to grow our own food, why not try? People, you actually seeing facts. You actually seeing that it works. So why get distracted when somebody tell you, oh, yeah, I know, add this to my soil and this help break down the soil. Oh, please. It ain't helping break down nothing. It's damaging. You see, you see, when you go through these, when you've been doing garden for so long and you have experienced so much. Hey, Gina versus Gina, how you doing? Yes, when you go through, when you do gardening and you experience so much in gardening, you see what I'm saying? Is a lot of things when people say certain thing, you already know. You already know already. You know better, man. And when you know better, what you do? You do better. You see? Ain't nobody could convince me about any product out there that I supposed to use. No one could convince me that there's a product out there I could put in my soil. No one, I don't care what they say, they cannot convince me because of my experience in gardening. I don't even want to hear when you're telling me about a product. I'm not interested. I don't want to hear because I'm on a road where I'm not using nothing and I don't want to hear about it because we can get distracted. We could say, oh, I'm not using nothing. But from the time somebody say, oh yes, I mix up this with my soil and it did this, you're ready to run and use it. So discipline, you got to have discipline in gardening. Patience, discipline. You have to have these, or you will always run off track. You're supposed to be in. Oh, okay. Hey, Angela Garden Delight, what's going on? Thank you for being here. Yes, guys. So, like I said, not here to tell you how to grow your food, not here to convince you how to grow your food. I'm just saying, if you say you want to start eating more healthy, if you say you want to start growing your own food, then you should make that extra step to make sure that the food you're growing is healthy. Get your soil intact. Put your soil come first. That's all I can tell you. Once you get your soil right, your garden is right. Okay? And these things, that, wait, hold on. These things that we add around our soil, guys, you got to know what you put in around your soil. A lot of time, oh yes, and people proud, man. It's crazy. It's so crazy how people proud to talk about these things. People so proud and happy that they buy something to put around their plant. Happy as hell. Oh yeah, and I know buy this and this is. I'm not, guys. Don't get me wrong. Buy what you want. Feel free to buy what you want. That's on you. But I'm saying some people proud when they go and buy something to put around the plant. All you did, you read something. That's all you did. You went and you read the description. That's all you did. So how could you be proud? You don't know what's in that. You don't know. You have no idea what's in there. So when people present, people show you facts. I mean, like people don't like facts these days. I think these days people don't worry about facts. And I think people look into things different these days because I'm actually showing. This is why I show so much in my garden. I really don't have to show all that I show. But I show because I want people to see result. Because a lot of people say they're growing food, but when result time come, you don't see them. You see what I'm saying? You don't see the result. You don't see harvest time. You don't see these things, right? I'm not knocking no one. I'm having a conversation. But I try to show all the facts of what I'm talking about. I show you how I plan. I show you how I take care of them. I show you what I put around them. But at the same time, I will able to grow peppers 7 feet tall. And I show that too. I'm not just talking. I show that I grow pepper trees 7 feet tall. And I do this every year. Every year I do this. Without, I show I harvest pepper, bell pepper, as big as them in the where you can go and buy them. I show bell pepper as big as where you could go and buy them. So I'm showing you that you can grow your stuff naturally and able to harvest healthy stuff, healthy food The same way. And yours going to be a lot more healthy if you do it the right way. Try it. Like I'm saying, you might be able to do 100% natural, but try your best to do it as natural as possible. Don't get moved when you hear people talking about these things. Oh, and they don't even know what it, most of them don't know what they're talking about. All they do, they went and read the description and it sounds good to the mind. And right there, they get caught up in that product and start using it. But did you figure out if it's gonna help your soil? Did you try to figure out if it's gonna benefit your plants? Did you try to figure out if it will take away the nutrition from your soil, from your plants? Did you think about it might kill the microbes, all the worms and stuff in your soil? Did you think about the butterfly that comes around might get eliminated? Did you think about the bees that comes around might get eliminated? Do we think about these things? Well, remember, guys, without these things, we might go starve. We mightn't get food. Our fruit trees wouldn't pollinate. Our peppers, all these plants wouldn't pollinate. So these things important. So getting rid of them is not a good idea. What I'm trying to do is to save them. That's what I'm trying to do, to save them. We could save them or we could contribute in doing whatever. You see what I'm saying? So it's our decision and what we decide to do. But I always know it's a mind set, is a mind thing. God is the level you decide to go. It ain't no shortcut in gardening. I don't care what nobody say. Anyhow you go shortcut, that's when you start using different things that's not necessary. I guarantee you, I have ton load of videos showing how to walk on soil. I guarantee you, if you follow some of these videos, I guarantee you in a year or two, your soil gonna change. But sometimes we don't want to put in the work. Sometimes we don't want, oh, 2 years is too long. That doesn't mean you're gonna stop growing your food. You're still gonna grow your food, but at the same time, you start disciplining yourself and discipline in everything. It ain't just food. In everything comes with discipline. Everything comes with discipline. Okay, but I'm just focusing on food today, growing the food. So it's up to an individual how they want to grow their food. I'm not here to convince anyone about how to grow their food. But to me, if you want to grow food a certain way, I do not get notification. Yeah. Oh, notification. I don't get notification, period. I don't know why. well, oh, hey, Jones Shoot 67, how you doing? Thank you for being here. Did I miss anyone? If I miss, hey, Bessie John. Oh, wow, I'm way back up in the chat, man. Let me come down. Hey, Bessie Johnny, how you doing? Thank you for being here. Well, David saying it's not that long to get soil. Guys, I'm not cutting no shortcut with you guys, right? I'm not cutting any shortcut with you guys. I'm telling you, if you want really good soil, you will have to wait 1 to 2 years. You see what I'm saying? I'm not going to tell you 6 months because it's not going to happen in 6 months. It will not happen in 6 months. A year into 2 years, it could become that soil you're looking for. It's surely not going to happen in 6 months. So I'm not here to try to rush you or try to convince you to, oh, 6 months, oh, use this and 6 months. No, a year into 2 months, you could get a beautiful soil wherever. Okay, Fifi Johnny, what Fifi Johnny say? Everything has its purpose in the garden. Planter, the way you do your garden is what I learned growing up. And we use, and definitely, yeah. Yeah, because, yes. Hey, Erica, my fly family, how you doing? Damn, I miss, oh man, I miss people. Guys, I'm sorry if I miss you all. Thank you, Planter. Sorry, guys, if I miss you guys. I'm sorry, all right? Thanks each and every one of you for being here. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. Guys, don't forget to share, to like the video. I'll truly appreciate it. Yeah, so yeah, I was way back in the chat, guys. I'm sorry, but I appreciate each and every one of you guys for being here. All right. So yes, let's talk a little more about gardening and the food. Yes, the way I do my soil is not gonna take no 6 months for your soil to get right. It's not gonna take no 6 months. I'll definitely say a year into 2 years, you're gonna get soil. No, ain't no shortcut here. Ain't no shortcut. All right, don't forget to. All right, thank you, Fifi Johnny. If you want your garden to be very successful, do not cut no shortcut. If you want your soil to be good, do not cut no shortcut. Be patient. Even though you got to wait 2 years, that does not mean that you're not growing food. You still growing your food. You still growing, but meanwhile, you working on your soil. You getting your soil right. You getting your soil correct. You see what I'm saying? Yes, because I'm talking from experience, guys. And as a guy, I do a lot of research, my own research, not Google, not Google, my own research in my garden. I do a lot of research. You see, I work on my soil in different areas, so I know exactly what I'm looking for and what I expect. You see, I know when the soil reach. You see, the thing about soil, man, the thing about soil, when the soil reach that place where you call it, yes, this is what I was looking for, you actually sees it. You know, you actually sees it because when you start planting in that soil, everything you plant grows, nothing die. You see what I'm saying? Because that soil is rich in nutrition, minerals, everything the plant needs is there. So it's ready to feed. From the time you plant, it's ready to feed your plant. You see what I'm saying? It's right there ready. This is why I always mention, do you start working on your soil and all your time? than wait until the set time. Because what you put in there is surely not going to be feeding the plants. And that's why sometimes we don't see too much progress. That's why we don't see too much progress, because our soil is not there, is not feeding the plant. You see, it's not feeding the plant. And then our plant starts struggling because no it's not getting no nutrition. It's not getting no nutrition. So how will it really do what it's supposed to do? Okay. All right. So guys, if you really want to do gardening, I will say go on another level of gardening where you put more into yourself, where you put more into knowing what you want. When you focusing on, I want to do this natural. When you focusing on, I don't care what you say, I'm gonna go natural. I'm gonna try to do it with what I have. When you start focusing on that and start discipline yourself and start having some patience with it, because it comes with patience. That's why I said a year into 2 years, your whole soil could transform. Your whole soil could transform. Okay. All right, let me run down the chart right now. Okay. Okay. I agree. Soil was clay and sand before, and I added egg, leaf, and other natural things and help feed the soil. Yes, my soil was definitely clay. My soil was definitely clay. And it has transformed itself over the years into a beautiful soil right now. And I maintain it. You see, this is another thing, guys. You got to maintain it. Hey, Miss Shirley, OG God, how you doing? Thank you for being here. You got to maintain your soil. It's not about getting it there for 2 years. And after 2 years, that's it. That's not how it works. You got to maintain. You got to maintain. And then in the fall, that's when I walk on my soil in the fall. Not, you know what I'm saying? I don't fight to plant in the fall. Because I don't know if you guys know this, but your soil need rest. Your garden need rest. Do you understand what I'm saying? I sure you do. You're just like when you run in a race and you got to take rest and take a 5. Your garden need rest. Your soil need rest to rejuvenate itself. So in the fall, I try not to plant too much. I might plant some garlic here and there, but I leave my soil to rest. Because if you don't allow your soil to rest, what are you gonna do? You will kill it. You see what I'm saying? What I'm coming from? You will kill the soil, just like how when you add in stuff to it. You're gonna make it get weak. Because you got to remember the food, the plants you grow, sucking from the soil. The plants that you grow is sucking from the soil. So if you allow the whole winter to rest, then you're doing something wonderful. Because you got to remember, from the spring, it's sucking right through the summer, right through till the frost in the fall, right? So if you replant in the fall, you're not giving the soil rest. That's sucking again, that's sucking again. So it did not get no rest. So what you're doing, you weakening your soil instead of helping your soil. You see what I'm saying? So what you do, you try to plant as much as you can in the winter, in the spring, in the summer. So when the fall hit, you put it to rest. Because you got to allow the soil to rejuvenate itself. You got to allow the soil within the winter to walk on itself. Let nature walk back on that soil. So by the time the spring come, you ready to go again. Hey, Urban Gardening Chronicles, what's up? I hear you, Urban. I hear you. Well, you see, the plants also suck in from the, yeah. Oh, man. Oh, man. Okay, let me see. Let me calm down. I hear that. I plant fall garden beside my soil rest during the long. Right. You have a pretty long resting season, but they do need a rest. So at least it's getting that rest. The rest, the rest is very important. The rest for that garden is very, very important because that rest rejuvenate the soil, rejuvenate for itself. If you keep planting all through the fall, all through the winter, you keep killing and weakening your soil every day, every year. So in a few years, the soil that you work so hard to build gone right back down to zero. You see what I'm saying? So now you got to start again, start building up again. So it's not just about building the soil and get it there. It's also about, I mean, the bushes had to come out. I hear that, Oban. I hear that. I just placed my wood chip down. I wanted a garden and break down here. Okay. Oh, but I bring out the bushes, girl. Every year. Okay. In the bushes walking. All right, all right. Okay, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys. All right, Mike. Appreciate it. Yeah, so it's very important. It's very important to rest your soil. Because I've been planting the same place for years now. You see, it take me 2 years. It take me actually 2 years to transform my soil from clay. It actually take me 2 solid years. This is why I'm telling you guys, ain't no 6 months. Don't worry with anybody telling you about no 6 months. If you want to do it right, maybe you could say 6 months, but to able to get all these things break down and then nature start adding the bugs, the worms inside that soil, it do take some time. It do take some time. But once you get it there and you maintain it, it's all about maintaining. Once you get it there and you maintain it, your soil gonna remain. Maintain it and allow it to rest. You got to maintain it and allow it to rest. By doing that, your garden in wonderful shape. So if we decide that we want to eat healthy and we want to grow our own food, get on another level of gardening. Because gardening have different levels. So you hop on the other level where your mind is set, and I don't care what you say. I'm going to use what I have right here. I'm going to use what I have and build my soil right here. Whatever you talk about, you could use that. I'm going to stay here and work on my thing. And by you doing that, you helping yourself. And always remember to rest your soil and maintain. Rest and maintain. Always remember discipline, patience. Okay. All right. Okay. Anyhow, patience, discipline, rest your soil, maintain. These are 4 things you need in gardening. Once you get these basic and understand these basic, you on the way to go. Patient, discipline, rest your garden, and maintain. Okay? Write that down if you have to. If you have to, write that down. To become a good gardener, to become a good gardener, patient, always remember discipline, patient, discipline, rest your soil, maintain. Once you have that down pack, you basically on your way. Because this is the basic of gardening. We ain't going to planting yet. I'm not even talking about planting tonight. I'm not even getting there. I'm not even stepping into planting tonight. I'm stepping into the basic of gardening. The basic of gardening. Basic of gardening. Yes, if you want fertile soil, you have to have patience because it definitely, yes, it definitely take time. Definitely. If I start my seed all over again because the soil that I bought for seeds are more wood chip than a wood. Okay. Ah, I had to. Oh, you had to start your seed all over again? Oh, wow. Thank you for promoting natural organic. It takes me back to my. Yes, definitely. This is what you see. This is what I know, and this is how I grew up. So I'm basically trying to maintain it. And if anyone want to learn about it, I'm willing to help learn about it. You surely right with that, Urban. You surely right with that. You surely right with that. See if the soil get the stick out. It make a lot of sense. You surely right with that. Even in life itself, you surely right with that. Especially when you're doing see and okay, let me see. Planta, how did you turn your clay soil into healthy soil? Well, it did take me a while, and I have a video I really want to refer you to. Damn, my phone. That I really want to refer you to that will really give you the full details of what I do and how I do it. At least you will be able to see what I do and how I do it. What I use and how I use it and how much time I apply it and how much time it takes. I have a video really break that down. But what I did over the years, I add leaf and rotten tree trunk. Yeah, that's what I was using. Nothing extra because I'm not trying to add nothing crazy in my soil. So I was just trying to go the natural way. And if I ain't grow a vegetables or a fruit, I will not throw it in my compost. Okay. You want me to drop the link? Okay. Give me a minute. Let me see if I can find a video for you. Hold on. Give me a second, please. Okay, let me see. All right, that's I think that's one the video I know posting the link there. Yeah, that's one of the video I know posting the link. That's one the way I use and transform my soil. To become a good gardener, you have to have patience, discipline, rest your soil. Yes, that's to really become. Yes, yes, it's very important. It's very important. My garden, my garden at first was half and clean. Okay, no, it's full of warm. All right, that's wonderful. That's what I'm talking about. You should always try to work on your soil and build your soil. All right, so Miss Shirley Ojigana, her soil was clay and now it's transformed. So she actually transformed her soil. That's wonderful. That is wonderful. Yeah, that is wonderful. Wow. I only use grass clip leaf that I collect from neighbors, but it down in the fall when the snow help break it down. All right. Okay, so you personally walking on your soil back in the winter. So all that time, your soil got time to rest, which is very important. Resting your soil is so important. And sometimes we believe that because it's winter, sometimes we believe because it's winter that nothing ain't gonna happen. No, nature works in the winter as well. Nature works in the winter as well. You just got to allow nature to do nature work. The thing about it, sometimes we fight against nature. That's what we do. You know, and we can't win. You can't win when it comes to nature. You see? You cannot win when it comes to nature. So just let nature do its work. These grass clipping leaf do an amazing job in your garden. An amazing job. It's not gonna happen overnight, but I'm guarantee you, using certain things, it definitely will happen in a few years. And while you're trying to go natural, try to stay away from certain things. Because while you're trying to do it natural, what's happening is while you adding these things to it, it messing it up. So it's like instead of you walk forward, you walking backwards. So you're gonna catch yourself going back where you got to do over the 2 years of work you put in. You got to start all over again. Which, if you did maintain and be patient, guess what will happen? All you would have to do is maintain. And even though you add a few leaves, if it ain't break down, that doesn't mean you can't plant your food. You still could plant your food. Regardless, what's gonna happen is it's gonna eventually break down. So even you dig in the holes and you see, don't worry about the holes. Don't worry about the holes at all. All right. All right, guys. So we talk about the soil. I think we did a over hour talking about soil. I think we touched a lot of important parts in soil. We touched the discipline, how we need discipline, how we need patience, how we need basically allow the soil to rest. So we basically touched some very important point in gardening. We basically touched another level of gardening. All right. So, okay, guys, that's another video that you could. Thank you, Fifi Johnny. I appreciate that. That's another video again you could watch and see how I fix my soil, how I walk on my soil and keep maintaining it. Yes, so we hit these spots. These are very important parts in gardening. Very, very important. So just keep in mind, once you have these covered, you on the right track of gardening. All right. So yes, guys, thank you guys. I appreciate you guys. And guys, don't forget the garden challenge. Please don't forget the garden challenge. And the next upload date is the 25th of February. I truly appreciate each and every one of you for participating in this challenge where you will be growing your own herbs. We all will be learning about herbs. We all will be growing our own herbs. And at the end of the day, there's still three winners. There's still three winners able to walk away with a prize. And then there's no loss. Even you ain't win the prize, you still ain't lost anything. I truly appreciate each and every one of you guys for coming out tonight. Guys, support each other however you can. There's it now begin. It's now begin. It's now begin. And it's gonna be more exciting. When people start to upload their videos with their seedling, and then the next video, the progress, it's gonna be exciting. Thank you guys so much for coming out tonight. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. You guys have a blessed and wonderful night. Peace, love, and blessing to each and every one of you. Happy gardening, guys. Happy gardening. Peace, love, and blessing. All right? Good night. All right.